Hey, it's BFA and welcome back to BIONICLE Heroes. So, after a quick Paru blast there, in this episode we're back to fighting the Paraka, the final set of Paraka, having just come off of Redak there. It's time to move on to Zaktan. Oh, right. Alright, no opening cinematic thing. Back when I originally played BIONICLE Heroes first, I think I saved Zaktan's fight to last. And then I immediately fought Vizon, so I never really got a chance to play around as Zaktan. Like, I sort of did a more staggered playthrough versus what I'm doing now, which is, all the first, second, and third levels of each place, sort of. But in my first playthrough, let's just do this. Okay, well, in my first playthrough, I did them sort of... Ooh. Come on, please. Did them sort of out of order, whichever one I felt like. So I ended up playing as some of the Paraka levels. This is just gonna give me all the pieces, like, please. Oh, wow. What am I even talking about right now? Right, I ended up playing some of the Paraka's levels before the end. Hang on, that didn't make any sense. Alright, too many enemies, getting distracted, but now I'm hero mode, so I can just sit here and talk for a minute. I ended up completing some of the, zones before, and I went back through and played as some of the Paraka before I had actually beaten Vizon. So, I got to see what some of their things were like. Some of their, weapons and constructions, and even just what they looked like in the game before fighting Vizon. Not so with Zaktan, because he was the last one I beat, so I was like, oh boy, and I was super excited. And so I rushed off to, beat Vizon and beat the game and see what that was all about, because that was still fresh and exciting. Hang on. Anyway, so since I did that, I didn't actually get to see what Zaktan was like, because once you beat Vizon, he replaces all of the Paraka with himself. So, this is bright. So this will be really, I think, the first chance that I can think of. Like, I don't think I played through much of this game again after that. I mean, like, in any new capacity, I might have messed around to, I did mess around to get to 100% completion, all the achievements, all the medals and stuff. But in terms of just playing through and, yeah, it just gives me all the pieces. Just say that in the middle of the sentence. But in terms of starting anew and unlocking characters again, I didn't really do that again. So this is sort of gonna be my chance to play as Zaktan for ever so briefly. Alright. Well, this level seems to be kinda simple. 4 of 4. Yay! Oh. Baki. Let's just stay in here. I like this. This is a nice safe area. with, you know, gates I can hide behind. Squish. I like how the Vaki just randomly turn around and attack things. Like, their attack animation starts, but then so does their walking animation. They suddenly just turn around. That shout the Zaktan did right before that thing fell on him sounded like the same yell from the opening sort of joke cinematic title card thing. Not that I actually show that in any of the videos that I can remember, but basically just sort of used one from another point in the game. Such a lazy game, devs. Oh. Whew. Is it just Vaki and Zaktan now? Oh. Yes! Nailed it. Oh. Yes! Oh. Is it gonna keep throwing Vaki at me? It is. Oh. Yep, it's just gonna keep throwing Vaki at me until... yes. Just gonna assume it gives me all those pieces. I wonder if I can just come over here and... Oh, looks like it can still get me. Can definitely still hit me. So you do have to actively avoid the giant dinosaur spider thing. Yeah, 3 golden masks. Ah, it's the, Lewa, Gali, and Kopaka masks for one of the Kaida. Nice. I see that they divided those up correctly. Zaktan's chamber completed. Nothing else. Alrighty. Doing that thing I always do. Have I mentioned lately how those, how the Krata sound like the young mandrakes from Harry Potter? Now, Zaktan has these weird rectangles. I really don't know what else to call them. Maybe they're supposed to be like individual blades from his scissor thing? But they always looked like rectangles to me in like the shots that I saw them in. So, yeah, I always thought it was kind of weird. They remind me of a weird thing that I thought once. Back when those Spider-Man movies with Tobey Maguire, those were coming out and big deals and stuff, they of course had like Burger King promos for little, the toys with the meal sort of thing. But one of them advertised, I guess it was like a, Spider-Man wrist blaster. I think it was ultimately a, what's the word, water gun kind of thing, like a squirt blaster, where you'd fill it with water and go around, squirt web water at your friends or whatever. But for some reason I saw the commercial once, and I had like this weird dream where I got one, and it didn't squirt water, it shot little tiny paper tags, I guess I would call them. It's difficult to describe them in a way that makes sense. Can I... well, it's not going to matter if I go in here anyway, because... Come on. I'm telling this story, might as well do something in the meantime. Anyway, think of fortune cookie fortunes, but smaller. That sort of shape and that sort of size. Very, very small things. And you sort of loaded them in the bottom and they'd shoot out the front for some reason. I don't know. That's what I sort of dreamed that this toy that my brain just sort of made up was able to do. It of course wasn't able to do that. I can't think of any toy that size and that cheap that would be able to do that in any conceivable way. But that's what I thought for some reason. Long story short, that's what this Zaktan weapon reminds me of. Shooting little tiny strips of paper out of a Spider-Man wrist weapon gimmick fast food toy. That's what I thought when I saw it originally, and so that's what I always think about it. Because seriously, they look like little tiny rectangles. I wish I could see like a side view of this. But this game doesn't let you do that, which is unfortunate. Though I am curious about the idle animations for the Paraka, because the Toa have idle animations, like they'll turn around, wave at the screen, knock on the screen, fall asleep, they'll play soccer with their own head. So I'm just going to sort of sit here for a minute and collect these pieces, and sit here for a minute and see what Zaktan does. That's kind of funny. I wonder if they have multiple ones. Might as well test it. It's not like I have anything else to do in this episode. Nope, looks like this is the only one. It's slightly disorienting, though. For the record, here's one of the Toa's ones. Oh, I forgot about... Oh, nope, never mind. This is the soccer one. Yeah, bicycle kick. And then heads back, no problem. So, I guess... What a way to end. So, that was it for this episode with Zaktan, the Spider-Man paper tag shooting Paraka that I never actually played. They curve. They like serpentine. Am I seeing the right? I don't... I am very confused by this. They seem like they sort of serpentine, but it's difficult to tell because they sort of look like they're shooting out to the right when he's shooting them, and they sort of curve back to the left, but then they go back to the right again. I don't know. Anyway, that's enough of that. I'll see you in the next episode when I'm taking on Hakan, the final Paraka fight before the final Paraka fight. So until next time, bye.